This is the National Education Association's Read Across America month. And on Friday, March the 2nd, is Dr. Seuss's birthday. So we're going to read a book by Dr. Seuss today to all the little children. My name is Jim Ross, and this is the book I'm going to read. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always tells me, Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see. But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales. Now what can I say when I get home today? All along the way to school and the way back, I've looked and looked, and I've kept careful track. But all that I have noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. There's nothing to tell of that won't do, of course, just a broken down wagon drawn by a horse. That can't be my story, that's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling a cart, and that is a story that no one can beat when I say I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame, such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story could really be better to hear if the driver I saw were a charioteer, a gold and blue chariot, something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. No, it won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet, and he looked mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. Hold on a minute, there's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and sled. Say anyone could think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe or Nat. Say even Jane could think of that. Or Jenny could think of that too. But it isn't too late to make one little change, a sleigh and an elephant. That'd be something strange. I'll pick up plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. And then, just to give him a little more tone, have Raja with rubies perched high up on a throne. Say, that takes a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now I don't know, I still don't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light. Would a whip it around in the air like a kite. But he'd look simply grand with a great big brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put up a trailer. I know they won't mind if the man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now it's fair. It is fair that I have done. I'll bet these wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll have to give him some helpers. He needs two at least. But now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic is thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now. They'll race to the top at top speed with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead. The mayor is there, and he thinks it's grand, and he raises his hat as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there and the alderman too, and waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is the story that no one can beat when I say I saw it on Mulberry Street. With a roar of its motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story that's really not bad, but I still could be better. Suppose that I had a Chinese boy who eats with sticks, a big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more, I'm almost home. I swung around a corner and dashed through the gate. I run up the steps, and I felt simply great, for I had a story that no one could beat, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Dad says quite calmly, just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school. There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled on his chin. He frowned at me sternly, and from there in his seat, was there nothing to look at, no people to greet? And did nothing excite you or make your little heart beat? Nothing, I said, growing red as a beet, but a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street.